Go ahead, okay.
Yup.
What are you?
Are you an adventurer? Oh, have I got an adventure for you? Oh, hello there. Always a pleasure to see a new face. Welcome to Lilmoth, the festering jewel of Black Marsh. Argonian words, not mine. Doesn't strike me as all that festery, but I digress. How would you like to join an exciting expedition? Oh, the most worthy kind of expedition. A journey into the distant past. Well, not the literal past, I mean. That would be crazy. We're exploring one of the Argonians' ancient Zanmir pyramids to find a priceless relic, the Kajinjat crystal. Oh, to preserve it for future generations, of course. So much of the Argonians' unique history has been lost. With your help, we can pull this antiquity out of the mud and share it with the world. Discovery, adventure, what could be better? You've made a great choice in joining us, friend. The other members of our expedition have already gathered near the western gate. I'll be along shortly. Just need to check on a few things. This is exciting, right? Well, I do know a little something about how to get along here in Murkmire. The first thing I'd suggest is making connections with the local tribes, the Wasik Halil in particular. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd know Jel, given that you're Argonian. I guess you spent most of your time abroad. I don't mean to presume. The Wasik Halil are also called the Bright Throats. They're artisans and traders, and loyal friends, too. Most of the Murkmire tribes are cagey, but polite. There is one tribe I'd avoid, though. The Deadwater tribe, or the Nagakor. They're Nagas, a strange breed of Argonians with a very prickly disposition. They don't like outsiders. Not one bit. Oh dear. Where are my manners? I apologize. My name is Famia Mercius, or Famia Speaks with Round Tongue to the locals. I'm Cyrodiilic Collections' chief antiquarian here in Murkmire. Cyrodiilic Collections is a fellowship of historians dedicated to recovering Argonian antiquities. But, unlike other treasure hunters, we don't sell relics for profit. We plan to build a museum here to share Murkmire's treasures with the world. Oh, just over 3 years at this point. I'll admit, it takes some getting used to, but once you... Ow! Ooh! Sorry. Once you settle in, you'll never want to leave.
That's not allowed! I know!
You make my skin dry, criminal.
You can't do that. It's against the law.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Oh, Galish, such things you say.
Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a bosa sato.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush.
Together we would hatch many eggs so large and robust that all would be in awe.
Are you saying what I think you are?
Become my Uzith Biko, werewolf. The bonding ceremony awaits.
Of course. Oh, Galish, You've made me so happy.
Halt and surrender. I've got you surrounded. Don't make me nervous. I get all twitchy when I'm nervous. Paid in full. Good, good. Paid in full.
Ah, fresh meat. More gold for Zadaza when you die. So, Famia reels in another adventurer, eh? This one admits you seem stronger than most. Zadaza gives you 2 in 3 chance of surviving. Fair odds, yes? Ha! Only for wide-footed bumblers. Unfortunately, Famia has a weak eye for talent, and Murkmire is full of clumsy risk-takers. But don't worry, Walker. This one has been on 5 expeditions with Famia, and only seen people eaten by salamanders twice. Only this. When we find treasure, take no more than you can carry comfortably. A heavy purse will make you slow, and being slow will make you dead. Oh, and if you see Zadaza running, you should run too, in the same direction. Simple. Any other questions for Zadaza? Or do you simply wish to get to the running, dodging, and screaming? Confidence, initiative, excellent. These are wonderful traits that will almost certainly get you killed. Do not worry. Zadaza will ensure that your legend lives on by scooping up your bloody gear and selling it. Ah, Famia arrives.
I'm coming. I'm coming straight away. Just give me a moment. So, you found our fellow travelers. Excellent. Whew, I think we're almost ready to depart. There is one thing I need your help with before we begin our adventure in earnest, though. The ancient Argonians locked the Zonmir up tight, and not just with metal locks. They infused the stone with sun magic. I won't pretend to understand how it works, but I do know that without a potent magical focus, the door won't budge. Oh, I'm glad you asked. There are flecks of yellow glass scattered all over Murkmire. We call them Baka stones, and each one contains a bit of ancient magicka. Put enough of them together, and you can activate all sorts of things. Things like doors. Out in the marsh, I'm afraid. I sent a few of my best people to gather the stones for me, and agreed to meet them later. With your help, it shouldn't take long. Can I count on you to accompany me? Follow me. If we get separated, I'll find you at the next stop, all right? I sent one of our younger members, Esra, to the Sonic Diva dig site just outside of town.
Kanasauruksella striimaa sinne puolueen YouTube-kanavalle niinku ilman peliselostusta, että ei nyt nauhoita meidän mikkejä ollenkaan tämän, niin yrittää silleen vähän Scream-tyylillä pelata, niin hyvä yrittää first personasta pelata, kun tää tunkee tuoppia koko ajan itteen ja nauris. Hauskan näköinen lähden mukaan silleen first personasta seuraa Famiaa, niin yhtäkkiä tää tunkee tuopin tohon naamaan itse.
Eshraf? Eshraf! That's odd. He was supposed to be here. Have a look
Oliko se
around,
niin viime yönä kuvasin Screamia silleen, että ei ollut selostusta, niin tuli sitten mieleen, että ihan hyvin välillä voi tehdä videoita tälleen niinku, että vaikka onkin ryhmässä, mutta jos sattuu pelaa yksin tai jotenkin niinku tällä, että välillä niinku kuvata vaan ilman. Tai sille, että kun YouTubeen kuitenkin, sinnehän pystyy hyvin tekemään videoita, jos ei oo mitään peliselostusta, niin se on ihan hauska sinne. Mulla nyt on kuitenkin sattumalta linkitetty siihen meidän puoluekanavaan tää. Mullahan Twitchihän on linkitetty niinku Rimasaurukseen, mutta YouTube on sinne, niin varmaan sinne aika paljon niinku sinne.
Eshraf is new, but Diney has been at this for years. She never misses a handoff. Let's look around. That's Diney's sword. Oh, she loves that sword. Oh dear, oh dear. Come, let's hurry. I need to speak to someone.
Muutenkin vähän testaa, että toimiiko tämä eri asiaskuriimia striimata, kun ei tarvii nettiä mihinkään, mutta silleen, mä en tiedä miten hyvin mulla tämä sitten toimii. No se saa sitten nähdä.
I need to meet a local Argonian, a bright throat named Zukas. He should be waiting at a hut we use as a gathering place. Maybe we'll find Dainia and Ashraf there too.
Tehtävänä joku optionaalia, että pitäisi puhua jollekin NPC:lle, mutta mä voin puhua sille, että se seuraa mua.
Joo.
Lots of old collapsed buildings hereabouts. Murkmire Argonians believe that everything is temporary. See, so they just let nature take its course. Makes our job a bit more difficult, but oh, it's still fascinating. Looks like Zukas hasn't arrived yet. No Dainia or Ashraf either. We should look around. Zukas should be along shortly, I hope. Argonians aren't really known for their punctuality. What's that? Ashraf's journal? And another stone? Oh, this doesn't look good at all. Wait. Zukas! Is that you?
Sun's blessings, friend Famia. I hope you did not wait too long. Greetings, Biko, and welcome to Murkmire. My name is Zukas. I am wondering, who are you? Forgive the rushed introduction. I find that trading names and intentions makes for calmer waters. We understand each other, I think. Then this Vaka stone belongs to you, I think. Friend Famia never tires of poking around in the old hard nests. I do not know why, but very few dry-skin habits make sense to me. The Zonmirs are very dangerous. Do you have a guide? Ha, no. Truthfully, there is nothing in the Zonmirs that interests me. I hope you have a good reason for taking this journey. I should point out that simple greed is not a good reason. Ah, this does not surprise me. I hope you will not let her come to harm. Famia is a worthy friend. She honestly tries to do right by the Saxhleel, but her persistence, it often gets her into trouble. I wish you luck in your expedition. That is a fair point, and I respect nothing more than honest dealing. As I said, my name is Zukas, Root Herald of the Bright Throat tribe. I protect the tribe's interest. Some hunt for Wamasu. I hunt for truth and fruitful relationships. You have not heard of us? Either you are very new, or I am dragging my tail as a representative. We are artisans, traders, and guides. Our hist's roots stretch from Brightthroat village north of here to Lilmuth and the coast beyond. Oh, Eggkin, surely you are not so lost that you have forgotten your roots. All Saxhleel serve a hist, even those who stray beyond the borders. Their branches protect us, and their sap sustains us. Visit Brightthroat village sometime. You will see. Ah, that is what we Argonians call ourselves here in Black Marsh. Saxhleel means people of the root in the swamp tongue. Trees, roots, you see? The Vaka stones? Sometimes. More often I bring maps, tools, and small gifts. Friend Famia brings me things as well. Stories about the items she seeks mostly. Hairfolk rumors too. Those are very fine gifts.
I just need to take a moment to speak to Zookas about Ashraf and Dania.
Keskustelee Sisukan kanssa, sitten first personassa kääntyy tuijottaa Famian päälle, niin Kanasaurus vaan tuumat.
Why don't you head to the Zanir? It's just east of here. I'll meet you there as soon as I can. Oh, I'll be fine. If anything threatens us, Zookas will take care of it. This business with Ashraf and Dania has me worried. I'm hoping Zookas can find out if anyone's seen them. Oh, but before you leave, could you give me those Vaka stones and the sword? Door awakens. Try opening it now, Zadaza.
This for. Zadaza has been peeking at this for... What did you do, Famia?
Scholarship in action, my friends. Now, let's make some discoveries.
Ah, yes. Let's get to it. We're crocodile bait out here.
Se on justiinsa myös, että kun yrität pelata first personasta tätä Esoa, niin sä luulet pelaavas Skyrimiä, niin painelee oikein vääriä nappeja. Yrittää hyppiä kolmiosta ja avata se tai silleen haluaa kattoo karttaa, niin alkaa painelee ympyrää, niin mä jo hyökkäsin aika alussa yhden tyypin kimppuun. NPC:kin vahingossa. Ammuin siihen Radiant Destruction.
Oh, a bit of help, please. Just pull that lever there. Push! I meant push!
Nyt tuntuu pahalta, kun tein väärän vaihtoehdon. Olen kyllä millä tehnyt oikean vaihtoehdon, mutta valitsin väärän. Mysteeriksi myös tää Pankoraissa oli toi ihme questi, joka liittyi tuohon johonkin homopariskuntaan, niin tää toisella oli Dylanin ääni. Toinen jäi mysteeriksi, että mikä sen ääni oli.
Joo.
Some kind of mechanical bridge? Oh, remarkable! I don't see an obvious way to lower it. It must relate to these pulleys somehow. Look! Those columns in the water feature the same symbols as the counterweights. A 2-ton weight pulley puzzle. I've never seen one in person. great, we'll find the Kajinjat crystal in no time. My friends, too. What to do? Wait, look up there. Flint vine. That could do the trick. Find as much flint vine as you can and wind it up. We'll make a ladder and haul her up.
Kamalako first personasta näyttääkin, että arkonialainen ujaitollu ja kamalaa vauhtia rallittaa oikein.
heard shouting from across the chasm. It sounded like Varro. He needs help. I just need a moment. All right. Rest here, but not for too long. The crystal's almost in reach. Let's go help Varro.
Varro, no. Joo.
Stay back, you beasts!
Stay back, you beasts!
All of them? Good.
Jones' bumpy arse. The crystal is near. Come. Famia's crystal is through the next door. Hop down, yes? This one will follow. Dark moons, a trap. Lift those paws, Walker. Zadasa will disarm.
Joo, tuo ääni. Tiedänpä nykyään mikä on tuonne viivytyksen nykyinen ääni. Ne puheääni siis.
Excellent.
Tää on jossain
This one thinks the door is unlocked now. Give it a push.
Siis jotain... Ei bossena. Selenellähän on sama ääni myös, mutta...
You see? You aren't
on
the only one who can find side
ei
passages.
sellaisella, joka pitää
Note
tapaa
this
mun
one's
mielestä.
very genuine surprise.
The Kajinjat crystal! At last!
Careful, Famia. We have had enough falling and screaming for one day.
Sound advice. It should just be a matter of wedging the pressure plate and... there. Finally! What was that? Mara's mercy!
Distracted, Walker. Zadasa will open the door.
By the root! Nico, I like the flame traps.
What extenders thing is that?
I lit the trap. Drag the monster to it. Deadly gas. It fills the zombie. Run, now, before you suffocate.
The door is open. Hurry!
I'm right behind you.
A chest! We should...
Leave it, elf. You'll never get out in time.
Right, you're right. Run!
Up the ladder, quickly, please. you see now, I do not exaggerate about the Zonmirs. Are you all right? You are not wheezing or leaking blood from your ears. That is something, at least. A fair question. In truth, I came to rescue Famia. I will admit a certain affection for her. She is kind-hearted and loyal, like a hedge gecko or one of your tiny bark dogs. I would not want her to come to harm. I'm glad to see you safe as well. No. Have a care with that crystal, Biko. If it is truly the Kajinjat, you should not let it jangle around in Famia's purse for long. I know that, if mishandled, it could lead to something very dangerous. So I would appreciate it if Famia stayed safe at home, for a time. It has been many long hours since my last sundoze, after all, and I try to limit my rescues to one per day.
That Zukas is always so polite. I don't know where I'd be without him. Despite the mishaps, we have the Kajinjat crystal, thanks in no small part to your contributions. Cause for at least modest celebration, right? No, of course not. Though some have gone worse. Anyway, we shouldn't dwell on the missteps and bungles. Need I remind you that we recovered the Kajinjat crystal? An item of immeasurable historical import. Yes, well, I had hoped to discuss that in private. Provided this little misadventure hasn't driven you from the business completely, I'd like to bring you on for another task. Let me settle up here, then I'll meet you in my office in Lomoth.
Farewell, everyone. Please, do not make me do this again.
Well, that was exciting, right?
I have never seen more spiders.
Are you joking? We nearly died.
Welcome, my friend, to exploring with Famia.
That's hardly fair. Our last expedition was...
Spike Pit.
Well, yes, but before that...
Angry Naga Heart Eaters.
Ah, but what about that trip north? That wasn't...
Many, many crocodiles.
Madus lost his hand to one. Remember Madus?
Zadaza mostly remembers his screams.
Yes, but need I remind you, we acquired the Kajinjak crystal?
Good for you. As for me, I'm out. This elf is sticking to woodland adventures from now on.
Smart. I'm sitting the next one out too. Here, elf. I'll walk you home.
Are you certain you're up to it?
Ale's cheap in Lilmoth, and there's not a beast alive that's going to stand between me and a tankard right now.
Fair enough. Just take it slow, all right?
A one-legged Imperial and a wood elf fresh out of the cradle go wandering into the swamp. What could go wrong?
I'll see you back in Lomoth, right? My office. Talk to you soon.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership.
You're here! Excellent! Welcome to the headquarters of Cyrodiilic Collections. Now, we have business to discuss, right? I hope our experience in the Zonmir hasn't put you off adventuring for good. Yes, we'll get to that. But first, payment for services rendered. You helped me acquire the Kajinjat crystal and recovered 3 Argonian treasures besides. Peerless work, my friend. Peerless. Please, take this payment with my compliments. Now then, are you ready to discuss my offer? I certainly hope so. I honestly don't know what I'll do if you turn me down. It's grave business, you know? I'm not trying to apply undue pressure or anything, but yes, serious business. It's my missing companions, Eshraf and Dynia, the explorers whose bags we found out in the marsh, remember? I told you I sent them to recover Baka stones, but that wasn't all they were looking for. They were looking for the remnant of Argon. A legend. Some say it's a massive gem, others a magical egg. Either way, I fear Eshraf and Dynia's disappearance is linked to their search. Zukas agreed to look into it, and it seems he's found something. Could you speak with him? Zukas' message said to meet him at the Tiba Enu field in Altan Mir Halil. Tiba Enu's a local sport. I have no idea how it's played. There's a ball involved, I know that. I'm babbling, sorry. I do this when I'm nervous. Please, be careful. Honestly, Are you sure you want me to bring you into this? Eshraf and Dynia only knew its name, and now they've probably been kidnapped. Very well. As I said, no one really knows what the Remnant is, but it's just everywhere. Tree minders whisper about it when they think no one's listening. It's tucked away in poems and songs. It's always there, just below the surface. Like I said, people think it's just a legend, so they ignore it. But once serious scholars like us start asking questions, start making those first quiet discoveries, all the opportunists crawl out of their holes to take their nibbles. All the folktales imply that the Remnant shares a deep connection with the Hist, but the rest is pretty murky. Songs about the Remnant almost always end with a hero plucking it from the roots of a tree and ushering in a new golden age. Others... well, some of the songs end with an unworthy snake swallowing the Remnant and turning into a hideous giant that ravages the land for 100 seasons. So, keep an eye out for snakes.
Do not forget to gargle your drink, Pico. There's no substitute for good manners. Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
itse pelata tosissaan, kun joku juoksee joku randomi pelaaja hevosensa päällä mun edellä tietä pitkin. Sillä joku, joka ei niinku pelaisi ESOa ja sattumalta jostain kumman syystä eksii sua tuijottaa joskus sitä. Silleen kun se tallentuu sinne, niin silleen, että ei okei.
Niin.
They hiss. Whatever will I do?
Come on! Why are you just standing there? Let's go!
Ah, Sun's blessings, Biko. You come to discuss friend Famia's missing explorers, yes? Only the scent of conspiracy. But for now, the scent is enough. The Dragonstar Caravan Company, a dishonest flock of thugs and traitors, funnels information to someone outside Lilmoth. Notes on Cyrodiilic Collection's business dealings, I think. Not yet, but that is soon to change. The orc Lozwug, who watches my eggkin play Tiba Inu. He serves the Dragonstar Caravan Company. A courier, I think. He carries a letter filled with his tradekin's secrets. With your help, I will take it. I do not need to convince you. That is good, if a little disconcerting. Lozwug shows loud, obnoxious interest in our game, Tiba Inu. Ask him to explain the rules. While he growls and rants, I will take the letter from his pocket. Simple, I think.
Are you gonna play or what? What's the holdup? Tiba Inu? More like Tiba, stupid. This game's a joke. No tusk jabs, no eye gouges, just a bunch of rolling around and tail swinging. I have got no tusking idea. Neither do these lizards. When I got here, they were all just lying there. Then all of a sudden, half of them stood up and started slapping their tails, croaking like mad and kicking balls around. I don't know, half a dozen maybe? They were bouncing them off that rock, and then the other team started hooting and slapping their chests like monkeys. They rushed the hill, formed a circle around a rock, and started standing on their heads. They started singing. Then one of them shouted, "Enu!" And everyone flopped over like they were dead. They laid there for 15 minutes, then the game was over, I guess. Tusking nonsense. If that's a sport, I'm a Hearthwife's dustpan.
Very well done. You must be half Riverboa, Biko. Lozwug looked hypnotized. No, I give you too much credit. He has a brain like a bone trout. But my tongue wanders. Let me read this. Oh, yes, this may rattle the cattails. It is not just notes on business dealings. It is a description of friend Famia. Where she walks, who she speaks with, what she eats, and so on. I had no idea she ate so many snails. On Famia and her explorer kin also, I think. We cannot be sure, though. Simple Lozwug carried only this letter. I know a place where more information can be found, but you will have to go alone. The Dragonstar Depot in Lilmoth. I leased them the land. They were very pleased, until it sunk. Now they slop around in there like angry mud moles. No one is welcome, least of all me. If you sneak into the depot, you may find more clues. I should tell you, the Dragonstar Dryskins are not over fond of uninvited guests. If they see you, they will probably shout or ring bells or run in silly circles, so be cautious. And please try not to kill anyone. It always leads to headaches. In the chilly lake we call negotiation, a good reputation is like a sturdy raft. A bad reputation is like a stone tied to your tail. Saxhleel do not drown, but it is very difficult to see at the bottom of a lake. I am sorry, this is a poor metaphor. Yes, as the depot is sinking, the fence up against the swamp is in poor repair. There is a spot near the back of the camp where you can get in, but not out. This may be better than going in the front, yes? Here, I'll mark the spot on your map.
Guards, come quick! A trespasser!
are you? What are you doing in there?
Inu kal soku hoto grill.
Success? Do not let my lack of dancing and cheering fool you. I am very impressed. I did not think you would secure the clues we need so quickly. How did you fare in there? That is good. Taking a life closes more doors than it opens. A valuable lesson that goes largely unheeded by the Lilmoth Olgel and my Naga cousins. But again, my tongue wanders. We should discuss Famia's lost friends. What did you find? The Blackguards? Kayak. They are a cruel bunch. Mostly tribeless Nagas and dry-skin Ogels. So, the Dragonstar Caravan Company provides spy reports to the Blackguards. Then the Blackguards snatch up the explorers when they stray outside the city walls. It is Deadwater make, but a Deadwater Naga would never give up a weapon willingly. Perhaps the Blackguards tried to abduct Deadwater warriors too. I cannot be sure. I have heard nothing, but the Deadwater tribe never admits weakness. My doubt spine quivers, but there is only one way to find out. I will send word to my Deadwater friend, Jaxic Orn. You should return to Famia. Tell her what we discovered, and encourage her to stay indoors. She will be safer there, I think. A murder in the heart of Lilmoth? Yes, that would be Jaxic Orn, I think. A call or war captain of the Deadwater tribe. Perhaps she came looking for that weapon you recovered. Jaxic and I are good friends. She would never admit it, though. Yes, why would I not be? Things are not so simple here, Biko. Naga warriors kill and kidnap and steal, yes. But we are all children of the root. If the Hist wills it, Jaxic might even kill me eventually. But she will still be my friend. Oh yes, definitely. Like I said, there are no guarantees with the Deadwater tribe. It is like dealing with one of your stray bark dogs, I think. Scratch its chin right, it will listen. Scratch its chin wrong, it will rip out your throat.
You can't escape. I don't make the fines. I just collect the bounty. Now pay up, or I'll get rough with you. Well, that went better than I expected.
You're back. Excellent. Did you find Zukas? Any word on my missing explorers? Blackguards? Oh, those ill-mannered brutes are the worst kind of trouble. I have more unwelcome news. Our companions, Zadaza and Kirsteleth, have also gone missing. Zadaza went to conduct her own investigation. Kirsteleth decided to tag along. Really? I can't imagine that they'd be enthusiastic about helping us, but I suppose Zukas would know best. Before you go, would you mind sharing what you've learned with someone else? Cyrodiilic Collection's primary benefactor is just upstairs. Oh, goodness. I never even mentioned her before, did I? Her name is Cassandra, a wealthy antiquarian of great renown. She's been an invaluable partner, just like you. If you'll just follow me upstairs, I'll... Oh, wait. Here she is now.
So, this is the adventurer you mentioned, Famia. Excellent. Greetings. I am Cassandra. I regret that it's taken me so long to make your acquaintance. Famia told me all about your heroics in the Zanmir. Speaking of heroics, thank you for trying to find our lost explorers. Abducted by blackguards, were they? Very well. I do hope you will exercise caution. The blackguards are not particularly bright, but what they lack in intellect they make up for in brute strength. Our friend Zukas, for all his many virtues, is not a warrior. Yes, I'm familiar with Jack Sigorn, a very proud warrior. Hopefully, not too proud. If we have common cause with the Deadwater tribe, it only makes sense to cooperate. Compromise and collaboration rest at the very heart of all great endeavors. Blackguards. Unwelcome news, isn't it, Whiptail?
I'll handle it. Give me 2 hours.
No. Our new friend has the situation well in hand.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership.
A friend said the Kwama at Deep Crag Den got all riled up and attacked the miners.
Watch your step. You never know what might jump out of the murk to kill you. A wise wanderer would have walked the other way. Are you lost, friend? Oh, I won't stop you. We're all on the same journey. It's only the time of arrival that differs. Consider me a guide. I'm very to the point when I need to be. But all work and no play makes for dull knives. You're in a hurry, so I leave you with a little friendly advice. Choose your path carefully. Murkmire is full of shortcuts to your destination. Just keep a swift pace and you'll reach the end of your journey before you know it. Don't find me. I'll find you.
Ruhiva, welcome. Don't think I've seen you here before. Come for the bonding ritual? You don't bear the trappings of any of the local tribes. Doesn't matter either way, you're early. Now might not be the best time to partake in Bright Throat hospitality. The bonding ritual is very important to the tribe. Everyone is under a lot of pressure to make sure everything is perfect. There's some commotion in the village right now. Raised voices, tempers high. Not the best time for visitors. Kind of you to offer. I guess that would be all right, since you're not an envoy from the local tribes. Don't say I didn't warn you. You'll want to speak to our tree minder, Pavu. She'll know what to do and give you a proper welcome. I'll just stay out here until things settle down. If anyone asks, I'm hard at work, gathering plants for the ceremony. Welcome to my home, Biko. You arrived just in time. I arranged a meeting with my dead water friend, Jaxic Orn. She is very proud, so we must use a breeze-like touch. This will be a brief and probably bloody meeting if we do not. Cassandra, yes. You and Famia would have to speak to her, I guess. I am glad she sees the wisdom in talking to the Dead Water Tribe. Cassandra has many flaws, but stupidity is not among them. You need me to describe them? She wears her flaws like I wear my feathers. Cassandra is vexovite. You would say persnickety, I think? Well, you would probably not say that. That is a very stupid word. But you take my meaning. She is very particular. For Cassandra, all the world is a mess. She loves clean angles, good posture, fitting things snug in tiny boxes. It is a very dry way to live, but who am I to judge? She probably thinks I am lazy because I sleep 14 hours a day.
I see their approach. You make me wait too long, Zukas. The Deadwater tribe goes to war with the Blackguards, yes. I hunt one of them even now. But we do not need or want your help. Now, go back to your coast town, Ogel. The swamp will eat you if you do not.
So, it is true. The Blackguards take hostages from the Deadwater tribe as well. As I said, Jaxic is very proud, but she would be a valuable ally if we could convince her to let us help. Too bad she runs away, yes? At least we have a lead. Yes, she said she was hunting a Blackguard even now, right? Did you see how her throat fins spread? How her pupils dilated and her tail stiffened as she turned to leave? Her prey is very, very close. We only need to follow her. We hunt the hunter. Scan the swamp for the bent reeds and broken fronds she leaves in her wake. The trail should eventually lead us to friend Jaxic and the Blackguard she hunts. Simple, I think. Crouch down, Biko. Look for bent stalks, torn leaves, or muddy prints. Should be easy. Jaxic Orn rarely sneaks around danger. She goes through it, always.
Snake. That's my coin purse, and you know it.
Your coin purse? It is I who found it, and so it is now my coin purse. You have something to say, egg sibling? To steal implies that the purse is not mine. To the Roothouse people, that which is needed is provided by our hiss through the actions of others. I needed the gold that the dry skin carried. Hist saw that it would become mine. Simple. I've seen this Kuda in Lilmoth. His purse only grew heavy with coin by selling the relics of Murkmire. He took from the land of my people. Why should I not take from him? The Hist has provided that which I need. I have no reason to not accept it.
This bag of scales picks my coin purse off the ground, and suddenly it's his? I've never heard of such a ridiculous thing.
Ei nyt mä laitoin väärän. Mä haluan mustaa ihmistä saattamaan sen valkoisen.
The whole tribe is filled with nothing but thieves. I can't believe they even get away with it. The other villages should have put a stop to them long ago. And now here I am, an innocent traveler getting robbed blind. Exactly. Do you know how many relics I had to sell to earn that gold? How many Zonmirs I had to scour? How many traps I had to dodge? By all rights, that coin purse is mine. I refuse to be intimidated like this. Yes, and? I assure you, the Argonians don't care about those relics in the least. Gold, on the other hand, they seem to have all the interest in the world. So much so that they would steal it from the hands of innocent folks. You're right. I'll never get this lizard to agree to common morals. I just have to find some guards. That's what I'll do. I'll go to the nearest town and find someone who will help me bring him to justice. Fine. You may have won this round, you thieving snake, but you'll get what's coming to you.
If the Hist wills it so, Fat-Tooth, but I should not hold my breath over such a thing. My thanks for calming the waters.
Thank you for letting me see reason. I could never take on this ruffian alone. If I want justice to be done, I'll need to find support.
Jaxic, approach carefully.
I grind my fangs. Following a dead water call is the act of a fool or a maniac. Sojay says fools and maniacs both bleed red. I will repeat myself. Once. I do not need your help. I hunt these blackguards alone. Our business is settled. Leave. The Ogel stands its ground. Brave. Or stupid. A flock of flat-toothed blackguards took refuge in this ravine. They snatched up some of my egg-kin, your allies too, and threw them in cages. Now Sojay and I will hack these grills to pieces. I narrow my eyes. You and the Brightthroat wish to join me on this raid rather than pick the bones when the work is done. Fine. Burn the wagons. Smash their supplies. Kill any that oppose you. When all lies in ashes, we will speak again. Finally, you speak sense. Bare your fangs, Ogel. The hunt begins.
So it's a fight? I fight best from the shadows, Biko. I leave the direct approach to you.
I hate splitting food. Why can't I keep what I found?
out of here?
Done, you mudlegs. Zadazai's done with this place. So, these dry skins are good for something, after all.
I hate this swamp. I'm never coming back.
Eat mud, dry skin.
Step away, Bright Throat. This one belongs to the Deadwater tribe. This one is known to us Ogel, a blackguard savage who led the raid on our people. Now in our Hist's mighty name, I will hack it dead. If you want to talk to it, be quick. Sojay is thirsty, and Sithis is waiting. I roll my eyes. Murder? When you gut a fish, is it murder? No. You only object because the fish walks upright and has a face. The Ogel is an animal, a foolish one. The Deadwater tribe does not suffer animals like this to live. I bare my teeth. A Naga prays for repercussions daily, outsider. Blackguards slither about in Deadwater territory often. Too often. Perhaps finding this Ogel in pieces will finally lure them into open combat. Then we will skin them like catfish.
As always, Jaxic's beady Naga eyes see only vengeance and mayhem. I see opportunity. This blackguard is a survivor. Survivors are useful. If she returns to her swordkin with tales of what she witnessed here, it could discourage future attacks. How quickly Jaxic forgets she is a kidnapper herself. The blackguards do not know the Deadwater tribe as I do. Let this dryskin tell her tale. By sparing one, we terrify 100. An ancient tactic, Biko, but very effective.
These Argonians are crazy! Please! You can't let them kill me! I surrendered! I had nothing to do with the abduction of that lizard's people! I swear it! How in oblivion should I know? Orders came down to watch the captives. I didn't ask why. Maybe I should have, but I've got a daughter at home. If I don't follow orders, she doesn't eat. I had nothing to do with the abductions. I'm telling the truth. Mahara's mercy. You'd let that Naga murder a prisoner. Just let me think. All right. There was an interrogator who grilled a few of the captives. Something about a remnant. Yes, the remnant of Argon. He was asking everyone about it, even the Nagas. Yes, some Argonian relic, maybe? I really have no idea what the remnant is. Word is there's someone with a heavy purse willing to pay out a fortune for any information, but that's all I know. Please don't make my daughter an orphan.
So the Blaggards seek the remnant. That is unwelcome news. Even so, killing a single bound prisoner will save no lives. Friend Jaxic thinks it is justice. It is not. Release the Blaggard. Spare this one life, and we may save many more. I cannot be sure, but that is no bad thing. Nothing leads to more death than the need for certainty. You cut down many Blaggards and laid waste to their operation. Let this Dryskin describe it to her friends. Then they will know fear.
Brave, Ojel. But foolish.
Thank you. I'm finished with the Blaggards. You have my word.
You made the right decision, Biko. Thank you. So, the Ojels have learned about the remnant of Argon. That is frustrating. Something I cannot discuss, for now. Return to Famia and tell her this. She is a friend to the Saxhleel, but the remnant is not some stone cup or golden idol. It is something much greater and more dangerous.
I hiss with fury. How did these Ojel beasts learn about the remnant?
We will find out, Jaxic, provided you do not kill them all.
I prepare to leave this place. What more do you want, Ojel? I bristle my war spines. I will return to Deadwater Village and gather the warriors for a blood council. Blaggard hunting season must begin. Now. All? No. Most. Perhaps. These savages cannot take the remnant of Argon. If it means the death of every Blaggard and Deadwater warrior, so be it. One does not stop the other. Sojay and I will hunt both Remnant and Blaggard. Join the hunt if you wish, but do not stand in our way.
Friend Famia is waiting for you, I think. Was there something else you needed? Now that the Blaggards seek the remnant of Argon, I will return to my tribe and share the bad news. As the Brightthroat Root Herald, I should have seen this coming. I feel no small amount of shame, Biko. True, but we know nothing about the person who guides them. It is not enough to kill 10 spear ants. You must find the queen, or you stomp and swat forever. Blaggard's number in the hundreds. Jaxic will disagree, but we cannot kill them all. No, this is the season of haste, Biko. With time, I might be able to find the person Jaxic's prisoner spoke about. But by that point, the remnant might already be gone. I must get to it first.
will find no bright-throat feasts here, but there are lingering comforts for travelers.
You're back! Fabulous! Some of my missing friends already tracked me down, telling tales of a daring, fiery rescue. Marvelous! What happened out there? So the Deadwater tribe helped you after all? What a fascinating development. Between your heroism and Jaxic Orn's raw strength, I'm sure you showed those brutes what for. I hesitate to ask, but what did the blackguards learn about the Remnant? Well then, there's not a moment to lose. We will redouble our efforts. We cannot allow those thugs to claim something as valuable as the Remnant. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We should probably discuss this matter with Cassandra. Oh, no surprise there. Even so, they must understand we only mean to help. Zukas knows my motives are pure, and this Deadwater warrior proved she's willing to collaborate when the situation requires it. We'll win them over. I'm sure of it.
So, you return victorious. You have my most sincere gratitude, and that of the explorers you rescued. Now, as to the blackguards, we should assume that they learned a great deal from our friends and the Deadwater warriors. Wouldn't you agree? Unfortunate. I can tell you as an expert of Argonian archaeology, the idea of one of those ignorant thugs handling such a valuable antiquity makes me very uncomfortable. Did they mention why they seek this thing? I have some experience with wealth. Jangling gold in front of a pack of cutthroats is an act of crude desperation. This person is either a fool or a victim of some obsession. In either case, we cannot let this remnant fall into their hands. We can discuss that in a moment. First, we owe you a significant sum. It's only right that we settle the books on that first. I hope this is sufficient. I assure you, there will be much more if you choose to join us. Once again, you have my thanks. You've done a great deal for us already. I wonder if you're willing to do a bit more? While Famia has proven a steadfast companion, I believe our current predicament requires someone a bit more adroit when things take a turn for the perilous. I do. One of your native companions warned you off of it, didn't they? Believe me, I sympathize. But despite my lifestyle, I'm still an Argonian, one with ample means. Who would I be if I didn't use that wealth to help my people? Yes, you are clearly the best at what you do. I can think of no one more qualified to lead this endeavor. You and Zukas have grown close, correct? He knows a great deal about the Remnant, I'm sure. Please, convince him we only want to help. Thank you for your efforts thus far, and your achievements to come. I have business in Alton Mirville. Perhaps we can reconvene there once you've made your inquiries with Zukas. An item of tremendous historical significance and arcane power. Very little scholarship exists on the subject, but I do know a little. Argonian elders often referred to it as a sacred egg, or Zathithal. Eggs always contain something, right? Answers. About the Hist, their beginnings, their powers, their intentions. All I know for certain is that it does not contain simple coins or ancient bric-a-brac. The Remnant is a vessel for great power. We must be cautious and well prepared. Whatever is best for the people of Murkmire. I won't act without their consultation if that's what you're worried about. Again, I may be something of an outsider, but I am still an Argonian. This isn't some purely academic matter for me. I honestly couldn't say. Most of that history was beaten out of my exiles by the Dark Elves centuries before I was born. You're an Argonian. I'm sure this is no surprise to you. You mean, has the Hist spoken to me? I'd prefer not to talk about that right now. A conversation for another time. It is, in fact. You have a very keen eye. You should know that the crystal was a tremendous discovery. Vaka stones like this one are very difficult to come by. Famia didn't tell you? Vaka stones are mysterious crystals, not unlike the Aeliad Welkid stones. Our ancestors used them to store the raw magicka that falls from the sun, thus their radiant yellow hue. Powerful relics, to be sure. If an opportunity presents itself, perhaps. I suspect that some ancient Argonian relics require Vaka stones to function. No doomsday devices, though, I promise.
Hei då.
Moi.
Hei.